to place your form in the table. That is one thing. Second one, I mentioned you to create this one timetable. Create it. I told you to create a timetable. This one.
We can't hear you, sir. Are you speaking?
No, I'm not talking like it. One second, one second. Actually, offline people ask me a question. I'm just giving an answer for them. You want it? See, it's occupied some space, no? Like it's occupied. Imagine. Yeah, up to almost 63 pixels or 60 pixels. This content already aligned. So more than that, it will move. Yeah. Now we need to talk about the table continuation. It's too much slow. Basically, yeah, there is table no. So I'm not applying any width. So I'm going to go live. See, one of my offline students asked me a question. What is the question? Why this width, uh, yeah, not increasing? So she's trying to apply Generally you are applying width to table THTD, but you are applying width to the table actually. Okay, so yeah, here try to apply width, maybe 12 pixel. I'm just giving 12 pixel. Okay, you can see, I'm trying to increase the size of this. It's not increasing, right? Try to give 40. Try to give 60. Nothing happened. I'm trying to give 80. Something happened. Okay. So guys, try to understand this content. The content we written already, it is occupied 60 pixels. If you give below 60 pixel, the width is not applied. But width is not applied. So if you understand more about that, right click on this, click on inspect. Okay, right click on that and go to inspect. What is the use of this? What is this? Yeah. So this portion, this is your HTML. What it is displayed here, that HTML here, and this is CSS. So from here you can debug your output. Okay. So for example, if you increase your width, see it's responding to your width. 55, 56, 57, up to 60. It's not, the width is not applied. So up to your content, what the content you written, if it is occupied up to some n pixel width, maybe 60, maybe 40, maybe 80, if that occupied some n pixel width, you can't apply width lesser than that n. Okay, so you can apply, but you can't see the changes. So if you apply more than that, then only you can understand the width effect. Okay, that's good. Any other questions? All right, good. Consider this as W5. Okay, and so in table 6, try to apply table, form in table. Okay, yesterday I already told you, I given you assignment. Please note down that. Try to write.
We did, sir.
You did it.
Ah, yes.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. We have table 6 considered as form in table. Next, two properties. Then
Padding.
okay. So cell spacing as well as padding, we can apply to the table directly. Okay, so directly you can apply to the table directly. So try to write HTML and table, and inside table row and table data, some rs table th. You have id, name, and something age, and next row I take one more table row, okay, and try to apply the border 1 pixel, and try to apply cell spacing, right. So try to apply some width. Try to run this. Yeah. So what is exactly happened? Yeah, space between the cells. Okay, and we have one more property. So got something space, right, between these two. Space between the cells. You can go with the between the cells. Consider this as a border. So I'm talking about one cell. So between this ID has some space, right? That is padding. Outside of the border, that is called
Space. Around the content actually.
content to border is called padding. Border to another cell padding border is called space. That's it. But generally, we will use CSS. We are not going to use this cell spacing and cell padding. We are not going to use. But for awareness, you just have to know. Generally, we have two properties in CSS. One is margin. Second one is padding. Okay, we have two properties for all the elements, not only about the table. We have properties padding and spacing. Padding and margin for all the elements. Okay. What is this?
Padding.
Yeah, that's padding. A box model. Okay, there is a concept name called box model. So model this portion is called as spacing. Let's go. Cell spacing. Yeah, cell padding and cell spacing. So generally, how to use them? How to use these two? Generally, yeah, mostly you're going to use collapse, so you don't need to use cell spacing. Mostly you use cell padding. Okay, cell padding. For example, you want to create a calculator program. Calculator program. In that, you need a very big box. So we'll show you that one even. See, I just created a table for calculator program. Okay. So I need some space, right? But and content to this. So you can use cell padding. Okay. Yeah. And we have one more option. So I want to create same like the last example I showed you. Same like that one calculator. Okay. So create that. Simple. I'm trying to take table and inside. So what I required. Yeah. You can see. So there is a table. Okay. The first one occupied how much? The entire row. One cell occupied entire row and four and then like this. Okay. And everywhere the content aligned in the center. Okay. And you can see it's having different background colors. So these all I am going to apply through the CSS. Okay. So I am not worried about the colors now. I am not worried about the what alignment. Okay. So in CSS you have a property name called text align center. So we'll discuss that alignments kind of stuff in the CSS. But as of now, try to do one thing, what you know according to your knowledge, like cell spacing or cell padding and border collapse and row span, call span. Using them you just try to create this. So what I'm doing here, I'm in JavaScript now. Okay, for this batch. So I designed that, later I written the functionality. I written something JavaScript logic to perform this functionality. Okay, so but we are going to create this. What do you do? it have to occupy. So yeah, how many rows you required completely?
6 rows.
6 rows you require, right? So go and create the 6 required 6 rows. So 6 rows, 3 plus 3. Okay. Yeah. Next, in the first one, what you have to do? Need to take either TD or TH, whatever. So go with the TD. Don't make it complex. Yeah. Next, what you have to do? Call span. Alex,
4.
order. Yes, yes. Once the CC started, you can apply styles effectively. Okay. Only one cell. You need 4 cells.
7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Then the next one. How many TDs have to give?
4.
4 TDs. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, and that's it. Right? I don't have to do anything. Correct. Good. Good. Next. ఇక్కడ I've taken 3 cells then.
Before that only we apply
ఇక్కడ row span.
row span is equals to
Row span equal to
3.
3. Good. Good. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Go to next one.
Next row.
What I need to do?
TD.
4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, right? And next 0 dot C. Next, it take equal.
Row span is equals to 3 తర్వాత is equals
Here, ఏం జరిగింది ఈక్వల్ చేయాలా ఇట్లాంటి సింటాక్స్ ఉన్నదా? Do you have this kind of syntax? So you know this kind of syntax. Try to take equal here. So the reason I will tell you. Row span and col span works with TD or TH, not for TR. Okay, so practice and that not enough. So,
4.
okay, so then you can apply. What do you have to apply? Generally, we need to apply colors with
Spacing.
CSS. I will not go with CSS now. Go with cell. First, apply. Try to apply padding. I just even 10 pixels. Next, if not okay, try to increase this. Okay. Okay. By default, it's coming in the center because you are applied padding. Okay. So in my that old one, in this, I I can apply font size. I can increase the size of the font. I can apply the colors. I can do many things here. But here we are just applying our alignments, those kind of things. That's what comes like this. Okay. So try to apply cell spacing. Then what will happen? So not looks good. Not looks good because we're already used collapse. Okay. So try to go with the cell padding. Yes. So it's good. So yeah, you have to do your experiments. What do you want to do? Just go with that. Then it looks good. Okay. Any other questions? No, right? Yeah. From CSS, I will tell you one more option. One more option. I will apply that in another table. So I'm not applying cell padding. Instead of that, I'm trying to apply height and width. Height and width of each cell. Okay? Yeah. So let's go live. Yeah, it comes as usual and try to apply something CSS here. For what you want to apply? For TD, right? For TD. And here, try to apply height. 10 pixels. Okay. And try to apply width also. Some 10 pixels. Okay. So try to increase. Okay. But try to understand. You are trying to increase the size of this cell, but you are not aligning text in the center. Okay. It's not come in the center. Comes in the center. So we have a property for that. Text align center. Don't worry. We'll discuss text align. We have so many CSS properties. We'll discuss them in the CSS. Just try to understand. We have one more option. Okay. So everyone follows their own way. But try to understand. Try to understand if you have an option in HTML for this problem, for this option, you have a solution in CSS also. Which is the best one? CS is the best one. Oh, you know the reason. You know the answer. You don't know the reason, right? No problem. Yeah. Just try to understand. See, um, already told you, 1990s time, 90s, 90s to 2000. People created entire template using table. Okay, but developers, they identified something. If you use more HTML, it is loading slowly. Okay, so if you increase your HTML size, if you're using more tags, then it is loading slowly. It is taking a lot of time. So they want to load a template or web page too much fast. Okay, so they don't want to open a web page for 3 seconds, 4 seconds. They want to open that entire web page in seconds, in microseconds. So they want to add styles with lightweight technology name called CSS. Okay, so you want to do something. For that, you have two solutions. One is from HTML, one is from CSS. So definitely you have to choose what? CSS. Already I told you about marquee tag. I shown you marquee tag, right? Marquee. What is the use of this tag? You can scroll your content. If you go to news channel, content will scroll right that some highlight news, breaking news. Breaking news will scroll right. Yeah. So the same way, you can scroll your content. It is deprecated. If someone asks you, what is the use of marquee tag? You have to tell what? It is used to scroll, but it is deprecated. This feature is no longer recommended. It works. Actually, it works, but it is creating so much of burden on your web page. So if you're already used, please remove that. If you're not used, so we are not recommending. Don't use this. It is deprecated from latest versions of HTML. Okay, so it scrolls generally the content. If you write something content, this text will scroll from right to left. This one. Okay, and second one, direction up. So it's going like that, and direction down. So somewhere they mention alternate, and they given width and height. Yeah, within the box it's scrolling. Okay, so it's a wonderful feature, of course, but it's creating so much of burden on your web page. So people recommending you to not to use. Don't use this. Okay, simple. Just copy paste. So it works generally. It's duplicated, but it works. Okay, so before this HTML5, when you are taking HTML classes, so we'll highlight the marquee tag class one day, because people enjoy this tag. They happy to learn this tag because content will scroll in different ways, but it's duplicated. So in that way, you need to know which tags are duplicated. Same way, I'm going to search for one tag name called center. So same way, when I'm training the people, HTML in my career beginning, one of my basic tags, this one is the best one of the basic tag. What is the tag? Center. Because you are aligning the content in the center. So everyone enjoy that. Okay? So, but this is also deprecated. Why it is deprecated? Because of CSS. Text align center property. Okay? So the same way, yeah, I already told you, again I'm telling you, please go to references, yeah, there is HTML element reference. Okay, so yeah, left side you have all the tags. When you have time, please go through all the tags. Okay, so I'm going to give this reference. Okay, so why I'm suggesting you MDN, because this is standard website. If if you want any reference, please go to MDN. So if you want to learn easily, go to WT schools. Okay, so WT schools is very easy way, basic level. If you want to learn basic level of knowledge, go to WT schools. If you want to learn advanced level of knowledge, go to MDN. Okay, so these two websites are good websites in my point of view. Okay, so shortlist all of them, and I will tell you one more tag. Yeah, this one. You know this tag? For example, if you go to song lyrics or content oriented websites, if you go to song lyrics or content oriented websites, you can't copy content like this. You can't copy. Okay, so generally your right click will not work. Why right click will not work? Why? What is the reason? Yeah, JavaScript developers, yeah, they written something code to not to work right click, so you can't copy. Okay, so at that time I want to copy my content. I want to copy that content. Is it possible? So there are two ways. One is, if you know the shortcut, Control Shift I use it generally console. This is Control Shift C, I think so. One second. Control Shift V. Sorry, Control Shift V. It goes to element. Control Shift V. Okay. For example, I want this content. So I'm just moving my mouse like this, and something content is highlighted, right? Yeah. So this is your content. Click on this. There is a section. There is a paragraph. You will get that content. In this way, you will copy. So because we are developers, we know that we know that. So that is one option. Second option. There is a settings option. Settings. Go to settings and search for JavaScript. Okay. Slowly come down. There is an option called site settings. So search for the JavaScript and choose site settings. And here it's clearly allowed your camera, mic, notifications, etc. And come down. It's allowing your JavaScript. So go here, click on this option. What is this? Don't allow sites to use JavaScript. Okay, and come to this website, reload this. Okay, so now it is not allowing JavaScript. So you can copy and paste the content. Okay, so it's about what? So copying content. So next, what is the use of no script? So of course I started no script, but I am telling other story because of you need to understand no script tag. Okay, so no script tag will execute. So there is, if you are not allowing JavaScript, then no script tag will execute. Okay, so I will show you. Okay, so try to run this code. Please enable JavaScript code along our content, right? So I'm just going to enable this because it's allowing JavaScript, right? So we are allowing JavaScript. So generally, we can write something JavaScript code to stop this HTML execution. So yeah. So generally, if JavaScript allowed, so it will not show your no script tag code. So if it stops execution of your JavaScript, then it will show that. Okay. So for example, yeah, we chosen this option. Reload, which show me only my content, what the content I written, and yeah, now reload. Okay, I chosen that option. I think so. I chosen that option. So allow JavaScript code. So that's why it's allowing me. Even it is allowing me. But yeah, so before allowing, try to test that. Okay, just no script tag. Okay, so you need to understand how to enable and how to disable your JavaScript code. So search JavaScript and choose site settings. In that there is a JavaScript option and two options, allow and do not allow. So using that you can, for example, there is a JavaScript application, React application, Angular application. That code will not work without JavaScript. If you stop your JavaScript code and try to open that website, it will not work. So many websites will not work without JavaScript. So stop that JavaScript and try to open that website, then you can understand the differences. Yeah, so in the future class we can understand more about that JavaScript kind of content, but try to understand no script tag. And tomorrow we are going to talk about audio video tags, as well as I'm going to tell you some oriented tags. The graphics oriented tags. So, yeah, after that we'll go to CSS. Okay, So take care, guys. We'll meet in the next class. We'll continue our discussion. Bye bye.
Thanks, man.